G'day ladies and gentlemen, this is second video of the day. This is going to be for the Senate election. I'm just going to put up the right tab for my spreadsheet here. Alright. Starting with the safe states. Schiff is currently leading by about 20 points in the state of California. Connecticut, no polling indication, but it's going to be about 20 points in favor of Murphy. Delaware, Blunt is going to win by about 15 to 20 points. Hawaii is going to go 40 points for Hirono. Indiana, it appears to be about a plus 10 for Jim Banks. Maine, Angus King is going to win by about 20 points. Massachusetts, Warren's going to win by about 20. Minnesota, Klobuchar is looking to have a complete blowout, about 20 points in her favor. Mississippi, Wicker plus 17, 18, about that range. Missouri, Josh Hawley, about 12 points is what it's looking at like right now. Let's see, Nebraska, about 20 points for both seats, so it's the special election and the normal election. Then we have New Jersey, about 12 points for Andy Kim. New Mexico, about 10 points for Heinrich. New York, Gillibrand wins by about 30. Then we have North Dakota, 25-point victory. Rhode Island, about 30 points for, I think it is Whitehouse is running for re-election. Tennessee, about 20 points for Marsha Blackburn. Utah, whoever's going to be the Republican nominee, I hope it's Trent Stacks. Knock on wood for that one. At least 20 points victory. Vermont, obviously Sanders is going to win by at least 40 points. Virginia, Tim Kaine is going to win by about 12. Washington, I think it's Cantwell that's going to win by about 20, 25-ish, that range. West Virginia, about 20 points, whoever wins the nominations. Probably going to be Jim Justice. I hope it's going to be Alex Mooney because he's at least a more conservative guy. And the last one, Wyoming, is going to be about 40 points for Barrasso, or whoever is the Republican nominee. So, let's start off with alphabetically. So, Arizona. At the moment, Gallego's running away with it. About 6-point leads in the aggregate. Both parties are underestimated by roughly 3 points. And that's because of the undecideds swinging basically 50-50. That means Gallego's going to win by about 6 points. Likely column. Next up, Florida. Rick Scott is running away with it, quite literally. He's almost at 50, whilst his Democrat opponent is running at about 35, 36, that range. That means, very simply put, at the moment, Rick Scott is at a almost 10-point lead on his Democrat competitor. So it's almost safe category. Florida, as a result, I'm moving it to the likely Republican column. Again. Next up, Maryland. This is a fun one. Larry Hogan is winning by about 5.5. Sorry, 6.5. Problem with Maryland and polling is because there's usually an independent candidate that's running in. And the independent candidate is, at least in 2012, was polled on point at 16 points at the total electorate, taking mostly Republican votes. And then in the 2018 election, the independent candidate completely collapsed. And most of those votes split evenly. So at the end of the day, is Maryland going to go Republican? Probably not, but at the moment, it appears to be that Hogan is going to win slightly under 5 points. Take into account, in case you haven't noticed, the strongest of the two candidates that the Democrats can put up is David Trone. He's losing by about 5 to 6 points. Also, Brooke is trailing by about 10. So that's something that you should take into account. And that's purely in account of the Panhandle, which is represented by David Trone. Next Senate seat, Michigan. It's basically a tie. However, the performance for the Democrats is usually underestimated in the Senate elections. So I'm going to give it to Alyssa Slotkin at the moment. 3-point victory. But this could change. The state of Montana is next. Recent polling has it tied. Essentially, a slight lead for Tester. That means he is, at the moment, winning, I should say. That being said, it's purely dependent on the performance of Donald Trump in the state itself. So that is something you need to take into account. If Trump wins the state by about 20, Tester's done. Basically, that's the point you have to make here. And you have to keep in mind. So, next up, Nevada. The Republicans want Sam Brown. I'm saying it's a really stupid decision. And the polling indicates that perfectly, because Jackie Rosen is leading by 7 points in aggregate, and the Democrats are consistently underestimated in the state, for the Senate election, by the way, by about 5 points. Rosen plus 12. I'm moving this to the safe category at the moment. Next up, we have Ohio. At the moment, it's Brown plus 5. However, Republicans are underestimated by about 5 points. Democrats by about 2. So I'm going to put it at a tilt Democrat motion at the moment. Which means it can go either way. Take that into account. Last one should be Texas, but I want to talk about Pennsylvania first. Casey's leading by about 6 points. And both candidates take the undecideds about evenly. And the other state that we need to discuss, Wisconsin. At the moment, Baldwin is having a 5-point lead. That means it is, stays likely. Baldwin plus 7 at the moment. Lastly, Ted Cruz. He is leading 47-39 in aggregate right now. Cruz is underestimated by 5 points. The Democrats by 6. Which means that it's a 52-45 range at the moment, which means that there is no way of the Democrat winning at the moment. Likely Republican. Again, I'm moving this towards the right. So, we have it 51-49. At the moment, Republicans retake the Senate narrowly, with Larry Hogan being essentially one of the tiebreakers. Same as Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski. You know, those kind of Republicans. So you have a rhino majority, which means that nothing's getting done. At least that would benefit America. Surprise, surprise. Thank you kindly for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.